Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. We just came out of the theater, and sorry about the lighting. We are literally in my car, and we are giving our first reaction video to Transformers: The Last Knight. Without giving you guys any spoilers, this is just going to be a first reaction. We're going to give you guys, like, not really a breakdown. I'll wait for, I'll do a live stream for that, either tomorrow or Thursday. But I wanted to get this out because, wow. Wow. How else can you put it?
It was really good. I would say that's definitely
that's the best one, you think?
Oh man.
I think this one tops it. You know, I not since the first one, I think, has really, like, gone into you know, a lot of the things within, I mean, just to try and make a coherent movie, but this one actually did even better, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It ties it all together.
Yeah. I mean, every single thread, I think,
for the most part.
For the most part. I mean, there are a couple of things that there are still a lot of questions to be asked. There's still a lot of things that you're kind of going like, wait, what? But at the end of the day, I mean, if you just take it as it is and as it's going, it actually is a really good movie altogether. I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it, like, especially after we watched, you know, Age of Extinction and how we were just, like, so tired after that one. I think this one is worth your time. It's worth your energy, your effort to actually just go in and say, hey, you know what? I actually enjoy this Transformers movie as it goes, because, and there are so many different things that that it does that, how can I put it? I'm just like, I'm speechless. That's the best way that I can put it. Like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm speechless, because I'm still digesting it. That's just really what it is. It's like, there's just so much cool stuff they inserted into the movie. Like,
I do have one qualm that I would like answered. without
any spoiling, or do you think you can not say it without spoiling, or?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't think it would spoil the movie, but I don't want to. Sorry. Really mess with anybody's experience of going in. I don't want to ruin any parts of it. I don't want to give anything away. I don't think it would be a spoiler or anything, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's so much in this movie that it's really difficult to, like, not get everything out without, like, really. I mean, the best that I can probably say to you is that, like, the way they handle, you know, what is, you know, the whole threat coming to Earth, what is everything, is pretty well done. I think that they've without spoiling anything, I think they've incorporated a lot of things within the Transformers universe. Like, all the different Transformers universes all together, they've put them all, like, within this movie, and really, like, it you can almost say it's a hodgepodge, but at the same time it's actually a really good hodgepodge, because there's, you know, there's two different things. Like, there's the last battle is, like, you know, you're at the edge of your seat, like, the whole time, I think. But the movie really doesn't, like, slow down. It doesn't have any, like, it doesn't have a lot of slow moments. You know, there are a couple, like, one or two moments where kind of, like, you know, it needs some exposition. There was one part where they pretty much need to explain everything. But once they did, it just, like, you know, then it just continued on. It kept going. Man, it's like...
There were a lot of explosions.
Yeah, of course, that's Michael Bay.
Some of them didn't make sense totally, but I will say this movie definitely really didn't have parts that didn't make sense or were unnecessary. I feel like they really kept everything necessary in this movie.
It was tight knit. The whole movie was tight knit.
Yeah, well, like really 4 movies. There were bits and pieces that were just like, what's the point of this being here? This, just thinking back, I don't think it really had any of that, which was pretty good, pretty great, because there was so much going on. They needed to keep it tight-knit, like you said.
I mean, Anthony Hopkins was great.
I loved him. I loved his character. His character was great.
Yeah. I liked, you know, the returning Autobots. I liked what they, without spoiling anything, I liked what they did with the Decepticons in a lot of ways. There were a lot of cool lines. There were a lot of cool scenes. A lot of,
funny moments.
Yeah.
Were good.
Yeah, and some of it might have, you were like, you just kind of like, you might have like, I think you said like you thought it was all well, good and put together, but I kind of was like, there's one or two scenes that I think that I may have just kind of like cringed a little bit, but that's just because they were pushing the story along, but they needed to do it quickly. I can't really like dive too much into it other than that. Are there certain things that I don't like? Yes. Is there a lot of questions that I left unanswered because I felt like the movie should have answered them? Yes. Does Michael Bay, did he go out with a bang? Absolutely. And the way he really went out with this one, I think that he finally made a good Transformers movie. And that's difficult for me to say, considering that, like, all right, 1 was okay, 2 was terrible, 3 was watchable but not great at all. 4th one was like a snore fest at the end of it, but this one, I think it's like finally a good Transformers movie altogether. The way they wrapped it all up, the way they put it together. So my first reactions is definitely go see it. It is worth watching in the theater because it is worth watching the spectacle of it. I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys are going to say, hey, you're just, you really like the Michael Bay films, and it's like, if you watched my previous 4 reviews, you probably saw both of our reactions and our thoughts, and you know exactly what we're talking about. And this, I think, it's like finally a good Transformers movie, and I think the next director who takes off following can now take this and run with it because there's so much. A couple of things to address, because I know since this is a non-spoiler review, there is an end credits scene in the middle of the credits, but not at the end of the credits. It's one scene, and
it's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick, but then I don't know about you, but like the credits seemed like they were on fast forward. After that,
they were really fast.
Like we were just like ready to get up, and
they ended.
And it was over. Like the credits.
Because a lot of movies, the credits now are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes long.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was like less than 5 minutes. It was really fast. I don't even think it was, I don't know, maybe they just condensed people. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Or took on less people. I don't know.
Is there, it's the same crude humor that that they have in previous films, but it's not as pronounced. I would say language is probably
there's a good amount of language, a lot of, I don't know, if you have younger kids, I'd probably not recommend it unless you really don't care, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would say, like, or
maybe just review it yourself and see what you
but at the same time, I think that this wraps up all of Michael Bay's films together in a good way, which is like kind of hard to say because
nice little bow.
There are some things, like I said, that are not great. I'm trying to put this together and be as honest as I can. There are things that a lot of people are still going to say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, and that's fine.
Well, yeah, because most of it's not G1, but it never was G1.
No, but it tied itself in. There are things that seen within the trailers that you're like, okay, that's kind of tying back to G1. That's kind of, but a lot of stuff this one doesn't really need to tie down to G1 at all. It takes elements from almost every single Transformers series and ties it all together in a nice little bow tie. And I would say it's Michael Bay's swan song to Transformers. So, like, it's really that I would say it's that good, you know, and that's difficult for me to say. Really difficult for me to say. I hope you guys enjoy our little first reaction review. You know, like I said, I'm being as honest as I can. You know, without spoiling anything. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, guys, until next time.